Saturday, and I literally just got back from the Free Palestine March. Happens every Saturday, and I've missed quite a few. I haven't really been since the fall. So it was really nice to go. I joined up with the Queers for Palestine. That was really fun. Lots of good energy. There was some like really beautiful singing that it made me really want to learn whatever songs that they have been singing. I'm not sure what songs they were singing, but they were absolutely gorgeous, and I could see some like beautiful harmonies, have like a whole choir going. I think that would be really fun, and it would really like add a lot to the spirit of being there. But I mean, it was already pretty great. There was at one point we were walking along the Thames, and we were going underneath some, there were people up on the top of the bridge, and we were like going underneath, and the people at the top of the bridge were like banging on the bridge, and so we could like hear beats and like cheers and chants coming from the metal that they were standing on, as we were like, it was like reverberating in the tunnel as we were like going underneath. So that was really cool. Yeah, it was a beautiful day for it too. It became sunny after the march, and there were little peaks of sun throughout the march, but overall it was like fairly overcast, which is perfect because I've been to a number of demonstrations where it's really sunny and you're on the hot pavement for hours, and it's already really exhausting standing on, like walking on pavement for that long, and like at that slow pace. It can be really difficult for your body to handle. So it was really nice that it wasn't also, you know, swelteringly hot and sunny. But it did get hot and sunny on my bike ride home, so I'm like, I was appropriately dressed for the overcast weather, but as soon as the sun came out, it was like so much hotter. So I think I'm gonna have to take this off because I'm sweating quite a bit. Yeah, so last week was just such a bureaucratic week. I like realized that I forgot the password to my bank account, and I needed it for like a two-step authentication kind of thing. And anyways, I ended up being on the bank for hours, multiple phone calls, talking to all sorts of people, and you know, some of them were more helpful than others, and finally I was able to get what I needed to get done, but it was really difficult being a Canadian in the UK trying to sort all this out, because the way that everything is set up, it's just really difficult to do things at a distance, because their solution all the time when you can't access their normal ways of getting things done, they're like, oh well, maybe you should just come into the branch in person and speak with us. And like, that's not it's not something I can do, not in the UK. There are no TD bank branches in the UK. So yeah, I spent a lot of time this week dealing with the bank, and I got everything sorted out. That's wonderful. I've been really doing well on my job search. I have 2 interviews next week, which I'm super pumped about. They're jobs that I feel really qualified for, and I think that they would allow me to really grow my skills as well. So that's really exciting, and I finally have my dissertation project like finalized. So I'm feeling really good about that, because I've gone through a few different avenues to try and nail down a topic and really find where my niche is, and I've finally found it. I'm very excited about that, and I think that we might be able to get it published as well. So I have direction, I have things to work on, I have to get these things done quite quickly, and I'm up to the challenge. I think I can do it all. Oh, I went to the park so Brockwell Park continued their music festival, and again, I wasn't able to go into the festival itself, but I was listening from in the park, and I caught the Bewitched set. And if you are not a child of the 90s, Bewitched was this Irish band that became like this kind of one-hit wonder in the 90s. And they had a big following in Ireland, and I think in the UK as well, more so than in Canada. In Canada, it was just kind of like one-hit wonder. That song C'est la vie, and I think like one or two other songs might have made its way across the ocean. But it was definitely like a call to my preteen self, going through that and listening. That was really fun. They had like an ABBA medley as well that was interesting. Very, very convincingly ABBA. They did it well. Oh my god, also, I watched this movie called Blow Dry, which I saw like on Instagram. I was just like scrolling, because that's what I do when my brain can't do other things anymore. So I was scrolling, and I saw this like someone reviewing Blow Dry as like this sort of like cursed film that everyone has to watch from like the early 2000s, and I have to say, yes, it lived up to that expectation. Has so it's British. It's a British comedy, and it has like a bunch of really well-known British actors, including Alan Rickman. Alan Rickman is like one of the main guys in the film, and he's so good. I hadn't seen Alan Rickman in anything in a while, so that was really nice to remember him. Also, the guy from Notting Hill, who is like I think Bernie, or like the one who's like, you know, got fired and was not doing well in life. He's in it. The guy that is like the rock star in that movie, when he's like, I feel it in my fingers, I feel it in my toes. You know, that one, I think it's from Love Actually. He's in it. He's a hairdresser. It's amazing. The main characters who have like this love story are Josh Hartnett, who is American and does, presumably, his best British accent, and it's very clearly an American. It's not convincing whatsoever. And then they have Rachel E. Cook, who they didn't even try to make her sound British. Like they didn't even really talk about her backstory, like why she's not British, because her dad is in the film. So there's not really a whole lot of understanding of what is actually going on. But it's like very much of the era, because I remember around that time, the early 2000s, there were like late 90s, early 2000s, there were a lot of films that really focused on competitions and like things being like very comedic and like, you know, high stakes for this thing that like really isn't a high stakes kind of thing, but you know, for people who are invested, it becomes a high stakes kind of thing. You know, like I think beauty pageant movies were common at the time, and yeah, similar kind of stuff. So it definitely is of that grouping of films, which was just kind of nice and nostalgic without it being something that I had actually had nostalgia for, because I'd never seen it before. And it was really refreshing to have a film from the 2000s that was like significantly less problematic than most films from the early 2000s. And there's like a lesbian love story. So it was just like, oh wow, there's so many things, so many great things about this film. So I highly recommend it if you haven't seen it. It's very funny. And what else? A few weeks ago, I made elderflower syrup, and I've been using that to like sweeten. I put it in drinks, I'll put it in my oatmeal. It's really nice having that sort of like floral taste to sweetness. We're also in new moon time. I think the new moon was like 2 days ago. So I guess we're kind of like out of new moon time now, but yeah, happy new moon, everyone. Also, my birthday is in a week tomorrow. I don't really know what I'm doing for my birthday. I haven't really had time to think about it. I don't think I'm really gonna do much because I have like a lot that I'm focusing on right now. But also I'm like 36, so like whatever, it's fine. You know, I can sit out a birthday. But it is next Sunday, so I feel like I should maybe like at least go to a park or something, and have like a little picnic maybe. But I was thinking it would be really nice if anyone who's watching this, you know, friends, family, whatever, if you wanted to like send me little messages about some of your favorite memories with me, I think that would be really fun. I like reminiscing. I've been in kind of like a reminiscy kind of mood, I guess, lately. I think that would be really nice to just have a bunch of messages reminding me of all the wonderful experiences that I've had with the people that I care about. Okay, so I guess a short one this time, and I think I'm just gonna sign off and get back to work on all the preparing for job interviews and working on my dissertation and all the stuff that I'm juggling right now. It's a lot, and I'm really happy with it all, so doing well, and I hope you are too. Bye.